Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about a controversial topic. Before I begin, I want to tell you that you should all be nice in the comments. It's going to be one of those ones where I know people will potentially get upset about. That is dead booster boxes and dead trial decks. What do you actually do with them? I want to say I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I get this question a lot in comments and in email. So just do know that ahead of time. I'm going to be using Azur Lane. That is the most recent set with expensive SPs and SECs inside of it. So there is a good reason to actually sell off dead booster boxes and trial decks because a lot were actually open inside of the booster box. 4 SP or 1 SEC and 3 SP. With the trial decks, each one of them had 4 different SPs, and there was a case rate of 2 SPs. Now, as you can see here on the screen, this is TCG Player as of November 1st. These were your SPs. They're really expensive. The art looks really amazing. We knew this set was going to be very good because of the different art and the pricing. As you can see, you have blue X's for trial deck SPs, and then the other ones are from your booster box. So there was a nice spread of cards that were valuable in all the different places. Now you can also see the SECs that came from the booster box as well. They're not too shabby, they're pretty expensive. Now with the trial deck, they're sitting currently at about $22 with the trial deck display. $120 to $130, which is pretty amazing, seeing how much you could have bought them for and how they're pretty much sitting at retail price. Now take a look at the booster box, $58.93, booster box case, $1,100. Now, you're going to be sitting here and thinking about this. I want you to imagine you are a store and you have these things for sale, booster box, trial deck. People are buying it, you know, they're trying to get it, and eventually the sales stop, but you still have some product left. And pretty much, if I had to guess, if I was a guy that owned a store, I would pretty much know that if they stopped buying it, that they hit the SPs, right? When I was in Japan, I was at the Weiss Schwarz mart, and these guys were pretty much buying 2 boxes at a time, ripping open Dengeki. They didn't get it, they would go back up there, buy another 2 boxes. And what you can surmise from that is they're going to keep going until they find the SP. And when they find the SP, you would imagine they probably would stop because they know there is nothing left. I would pretty much guess my boxes were dead because people stopped buying. Same thing with the trial decks. And you're going to go, I'm a store and I need to hit margins. I need to make profit. I need to pay rent. I need to pay employees. I need to pay for future product. What do I do with this stuff? If you're a person at home and you're just trying to open this stuff, let's say you want this SP of Zara right there. There we go. Here's an SP. You want her, you get her, and now you have a bunch of boxes left over. Maybe you pulled all the SPs. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you wanted a Belfast, then you got her, and it's an SEC. And when you think again, 1 SEC and 3 SP is your case rate, you go and sell it. There is so many things that is happening with these scenarios. What do you do with these boxes? And is it okay to actually sell them without telling people? Now, I want to just tell you all this because so many people are going to land on different opinions with this. And in my mind, I cannot stop a person from selling something. So what I made this channel to do was to inform people, right? One of the things I wanted to inform people when I started 3.5 years ago, it's freaking crazy, 3.5 years ago, was to tell people about dead product and the whole notion that there is some sort of drop rate inside of the cases. Because people didn't know that. They cave in and they're buying dead product, right? We have plenty of people out there that know about dead product and they still buy it thinking that it's not actually dead. So at best, all I can do as a person here is inform people that there is a possibility of dead booster boxes and a possibility of dead trial decks. From there, it is up to the person to make that decision where they pull the trigger and buy from a person, right? All I can do is say, when you go to a seller, take a look at all the different cards they're selling. And if they potentially have SPs, SECs, if they have slab cards, what does that tell you? Like, honestly, what does that tell you? That means potentially that trial deck, that booster box, does not have the SEC, does not have the SP. If they have slab cards, the SP that you are buying from them probably isn't a 10, because more than likely, if it was a perfect, they would have taken that card themselves and gotten it graded. Yep, that's the truth. It hurts. It hurts because some people definitely don't want to believe that, but that's what I get when I see people with slab cards. That's what I get when I see with people with SECs. And it always blew my mind when people said, I can trust this person because I got a SP from them. Well, was that a set that had an SEC inside of it? Because if they pull the SEC and that's all they wanted, right? If the SEC was the biggest, most valuable card from that set and they pull it, they could sell the booster boxes because they know the SEC is actually gone. And you're going to get an SP and you're going to be like, I trust them because I got the SP. But really, it was partially dead because the SEC was already gone, right? If you would have pulled, let's say, the biggest card, let's say the biggest card is New Jersey. More than likely, there's not going to be another New Jersey inside of that case, so you can sell it. But I'm saying all this because do I think it's wrong to sell booster boxes or trial deck at the normal price without telling people? No, I do not think it's wrong. Again, for the same reason I said earlier, we cannot stop people from buying, right? I've told you so many times on these videos that people pre-order booster boxes from TCG Player at $90 when you could buy it from other places at $60, right? Think about that. When we go shopping for holidays, we shop around, we make sure we get high quality items, maybe looking for the best prices, things like that. So same thing with this. You want to be informed when you go and purchase this stuff. So you have to check out the seller. You have to know about these case rates that actually happen in here. The best way is looking at what happened on the Japanese side. But outside of that, how am I going to stop every scenario of someone actually purchasing things they shouldn't? And I can't. It really comes down to word of mouth. You telling people, I did my part. And I will say this, if you are one of those people that have an ethical dilemma about selling this stuff, I want you to actually get a case of this stuff, open it up, and if you have some left over, put it up for sale. And put it up for sale at the price you think is actually correct, right? So on TCG Player, the nice part is you could price your items whatever you want. You could add a little comment that says these boxes are dead. You will not get an SP from it. You can write that on there and you could still price it whatever you want. So if you want to put your trial deck at $5, $10, feel free to do that. If you want to put your trial deck at $20, feel free to do that. Again, it's up to the customer to figure out if that's right or wrong, and that's where I stand. If you are not going to be able to sleep at night, then you do what you have to do that. I think there is nothing wrong about that. I don't think that a seller should have to take a loss because you know what? You're still selling a new product. Inside of this product is still going to be 50 cards inside of it. There's still a chance potentially of an SP because of a production error. But in the case of Azur Lane, you actually have triple rares, which could actually be more expensive than the trial deck itself, depending on how low these go. There's some triple rares that are in the $20. So there is potential of that as well. So they're not just totally losing out here. Now, I don't, again, think that someone should have to lose money. I think you need to do whatever feels best for you. If you're up and you feel like giving these out or pricing them down and letting people know what's in it or potentially not in it, feel free to do that. But I think if you are one of those ones that are trying to keep profitability in mind, that tell people to go out there and check out videos and all that, I don't think you should have any sort of problem doing it. I myself probably will never engage in this because I don't really sell product at all. But I think you have to land on what makes you feel good and right at the end of the day. And I think going negative 300 on a case of cards is probably not going to let you sleep well either. So that's where I land on this. So if you have any comments, feel free to write them down below. If you got any angry email, feel free to send it in the email. You can thumbs down this video as well. But anyways, if you have anything else you want to reach out to me about, here's all my contact information, TCG player link there for cards. As always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.